Hey guys, Rendon here with Let's Do Crypto, and in this video I want to show you how to check the balance of any cryptocurrency address. So let's say maybe you've received a paper wallet like this, or you have a public address and you just want to check and see if it has a balance, how much money is on there. So to do that, you need to use what's called a Blockchain Explorer. So you've got Blockchain Explorer, and then you need to use whichever one is for, so you can go say maybe Bitcoin Blockchain Explorer. So every cryptocurrency has their own blockchain. You've heard about the Bitcoin blockchain, but they're all separate and fragmented. So you need to find the specific one. So we're going to look at a Bitcoin Blockchain Explorer. The top link here is blockexplorer.com, which is fine. What this website's doing, they have a server, or maybe several servers somewhere in the world, and they have a direct connection to the Bitcoin blockchain. So they're watching all these transactions. It's very massive. I don't even know the size of the Bitcoin blockchain right now. Let's look it up. Bitcoin blockchain size. So, actually that site probably would have told us, but it looks like it's about 130 gigabytes. Is that really what it is? Wow, 131 gig. That's pretty big. So 131 gigabytes. That's why people don't just download this and check for themselves, because it's quite large to do and it takes some resources on your computer. So they're showing us right now all these transactions happening live on the network, and we can ask them to look up an address for us. So I have an address here. It's just this key. There's you don't want to put in the private key on a Blockchain Explorer ever. You only want to put in the public key. Is that what I said? Yeah, private key, no. Public key, yeah. So you can type it in, make sure it is case sensitive, so uppercase is going to be different than lowercase. So I already have one here. I'm just going to go copy, and we'll paste and take a look at this, and we'll see the balance on it. So they did a quick search, and they said this address has 0, a balance of 0. There's nothing on this. So if someone just gives you one of these, I mean, you can write like an amount on a paper wallet, but it doesn't mean it's on there unless it's received a transaction. And sometimes people they may have tried to send it and the transaction didn't go through or something. So it's a good idea to always check and verify when making a transaction or when receiving a transaction. And you can use these blockchain explorers. Another one is called, we're right here, we're at blockchain.info. So we can just search on it too. This is also for Bitcoin, and we just paste the same address and they'll give us the same information. You know, they tell us information about this address, but there's nothing happening on it. Let's look at another example. So I have the Exodus wallet here, and I have balances in Dash and Ethereum. So if I go to my Dash wallet, I can do receive and see an address, but since I've had multiple transactions in and out of my Dash wallet since I've started this account, this is actually, well, let's look at it. So open up a new tab, and we'll just go to Dash Blockchain Explorer. Okay, so we'll do this top link. We can do any of these blockchain explorers, but we'll just do this top one. So same thing like we were, but now we're with Dash. We're looking at the Dash blockchain. So we're going to paste this address, and we'll see it has a 0 balance. But even though my Exodus wallet says I have a balance of, well, if I click on it here, how do I change this? Can I change it? Oh, there it is. 0.0077 dash. It's what it's saying I have. So that should say that there. But what actually happened is I had transactions in and out because I did exchanging for Ethereum. So to find my other address, I've actually exported that, and I showed that in another video. You do Control-Shift-D, then go up here to Exodus, Developers, and go to Assets, and then you can export. I'm going to export just the address only, and it's here on my desktop. So now I've got this Dash addresses, and when I open it up, it shows me all of these receiving addresses, and this here is the one that has the balance. So if I copy it, and now if I go to this Explorer and paste this address, it'll show me that balance of roughly $2-3, 0.00775039 dash. That's how you check. Let's do one more example. Let's look at my Ethereum one. So my Ethereum one, I think we can just take the address because it's only had one transaction. Plus Ethereum handles their addresses a little bit differently. So I'll copy this to the clipboard, and we'll just do a Google search for Ethereum Blockchain Explorer. The reason I'm doing it this way and not typing in everything is changing so quickly. Hold on one sec, I can't talk and type at the same time. and it'll do a word. It'll correct your spelling too, which is nice. So we'll go etherscan.io, which is one that I use a lot. But the reason I type it into Google and search it, some of these smaller coins don't even have blockchain explorers yet. And so you have to actually run a full node yourself, and you have to be the person talking to the blockchain, asking that blockchain directly, and there's some different commands and syntax involved in that. It's not quite as easy as just pasting and clicking go. But with Etherscan, so I have this address now, we'll paste and we'll click go, and we'll look at this. So this one says I have $3, or 0.0098 ETH in this address. Yeah. So that's how you do it. And like I said, you can find anything. If we go to like coinranking.com or coinmarketcap.com, we can look at all these different coins, and we can find one for any of these different cryptocurrencies. We can find a blockchain explorer and the tokens as well, the Ethereum tokens. So that is how you look up to see if an address has a balance or not, or what balance it has, or what kind of history it has, what transactions have gone in or out of that. Yeah. There's a couple exceptions, and I'll show you those. Some of these privacy coins, like Monero, is a lot more difficult to actually see what's happening with an address. It's designed to be more stealthy, so you can't actually see. But as far as like some of these, like Bitcoin goes, it's very public. All transactions are just publicly viewable by everyone who has the address. So hopefully that's been a great video for you, and hopefully you learned something. If you have any questions, or if you'd like me to make a certain type of video or anything, go ahead and leave it in the comments, and I'll see if I can make something like that. Thanks for watching. Bye.